In case you haven't heard, there's a new competition in town. It's called the Collins Cup, and you've never seen anything like it before. Bring on the superhumans.
No one on this team wants to beat Jan more than I do.
Line it, I'm coming for you.
There is no athlete, endurance sport athlete that I know that goes to deeper, darker places.
It is going to be rocking in just a few minutes.
Any moment now.
That's how it's done.
Racing can be a look into your soul. Racing.
Not everybody likes what he's going to see.
And all of a sudden, it's war.
To the line.
He's turning it on.
Into the pool, will this? The rider's down.
His teeth are gritted.
You can feel the energy.
And that energy will be in full force here at the X-Bionic Sphere in San Marin in just a few days' time, where 36 of the world's finest triathletes will go head-to-head over 12 races. The winning side, they'll lift the inaugural Collins Cup, while the losers, they go home with a broken spoke. And I'm absolutely delighted to welcome to the studio the newest member of Team USA and three-time Ironman winner, Jocelyn Mccauley. Jocelyn, it's so good to have you with us. And I know you just had an amazing performance in Finland. Now you come to meet us in the studio and then going out to the Collins Cup. How are you feeling?
It's been a whirlwind.
I was like, even got lost track of where I was going then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, home, Boulder, Finland, London, Slovakia, home. So yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because I know you really wanted to be in the Collins Cup. So how does it feel? How's your preparation going? And I think also, how much confidence did Finland give you?
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to be part of the Collins Cup. I mean, I raced 70.3 Boulder the week before Finland to try to be able to automatic qualify for the Collins Cup after having my daughter. And so to have that low, that's so low of like, oh, it's not going to be able to happen.
Yeah, because you came ninth.
It just was not a good race. And then going, and that kind of shocked my confidence and stuff. And so then going to Finland to try to build up my confidence before I actually even raced so I could have the race that I had was super hard, but I was able to do it. And then to have the race that I did, for sure, like any race result, any good race result will build up your confidence. So going into the Collins Cup, I am so excited for so many reasons.
Give us one reason then.
To win.
Team US.
Team USA.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Well, seeing as we've got Jocelyn with us, why don't we begin with a look at Team USA? If you're already a fan of triathlon, you'll know Sam Long needs little in the way of introduction. But for those of you new to the sport, it's fair to say where Sam's concerned, controversy is never too far away.
The biggest thing between triathletes and other athletes is that we've got 3 sports to do. So we're doing a 3-a-day, 340 days of the year. That's just a fact. And I think we're just a little bit psycho. The problem is losing hurts so much and losing haunts me for so long that I have to chase being number 1. Anytime my competitors race me right now, they want to destroy me because they've got it out for me. One name and one name only, Lionel Sanders. Man, I'm gonna just be trying not to look around at everybody and be like, you're freaking awesome, you're freaking awesome, I look up to you, and I'm gonna be like, just focus on yourself, you can do it. I think my confidence has been perceived as cockiness and brashness and trying to rub people the wrong way and that I don't really respect the rules of the sport. And some of the rules of the sport are ridiculous, but I do respect my competitors always. But it's okay to say, I want to go faster than you, and I think I can go faster than you. I mean, I just want other athletes to be themselves and to not be shy about being themselves. And if they're still quiet individuals, then I'm completely happy with that. I think I'm someone who's already kind of divided people a lot. You might have 100 fans and one hater, but that hater stings the most. You go to bed at night and you're thinking about that one hater often, and so it's hard to deal with, honestly. But yeah, I think it's just hard to deal with. I want to make a mark on this race course. I want to make a mark in people's minds. I want to break all the records. Hard stop, done. Just leave it there.
What a great character Sam Long is. Jocelyn, could you relate to what Sam was talking about in terms of, everybody having an opinion about you? And it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard. We're not robots. We're humans, and so it is really hard if someone has like a bad opinion about you or anything like that. We're humans. It hurts us, and I think that a lot of triathletes out there are also people pleasers. Like, we want to please everyone and have everyone like us.
So he's just 25 years old. How much potential does he have? Is he the real deal?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 25 and he's doing what he's doing is just unbelievable. It's awesome. I mean, he's super dedicated and he has so much potential, and he trains so hard, and he has that deep, deep desire that you need to be in this sport and have success.
Yeah, I love how he's got one eye on Lionel Sanders. He's like, that's all I'm thinking about. What do you think about that matchup?
Oh, I think it's going to be exciting. I hope that is the matchup,
happens,
and throw Jan in there too. I mean, I think that he needs to start looking at him as well.
Yeah, and what about in terms of racing as a team versus individual?
Oh.
And also, in terms of you, how do you switch that? Because you're so motivated, dedicated. We saw that with Sam, but then all of a sudden you're representing the country.
I think it gives you even more motivation. Like, that's what it's so exciting. I mean, as long course triathletes, we don't really necessarily represent our country in a way. We more represent ourselves in a lot of races. And so to be able to really get that opportunity to represent more than yourself, like, I represent me and my family and, and things, but to really represent your country and the country that you absolutely love, it's just unbelievable opportunity. And I think that it gives us even more motivation, especially for the USA.
Yeah, you're so competitive. I love that. I really like where Sam says, his face is always like a little bit psycho. Talk us through that mental side of things.
Yeah, I totally agree with him. And my husband would too. He always says that one of us has to be sane in the relationship, so he doesn't do triathlon. So yeah, you have to have a little bit of crazy in you to be able to push your body to the limits, past the limits, honestly, that we have. So yeah.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Let's turn our attention now to the Europeans and speak with the captain, Norman Stadler, to assess the challenge from Team Europe. Norman, thanks so much for joining us, especially as the fact that you're on holiday. You having a nice holiday?
I do very well. It's pretty hot here and enjoy my time with my boys here, my two sons. Yeah.
I was talking to two of the captains last week, one from Mark from USA, and he was saying about how he brings that competitive spirit, and also Lisa from International, and she was talking about how much heart she brings and her team mentorship style. So Norman, in terms of you captaining Europe, what is it you bring? What characteristics are you going to influence the team with?
I am just a side person. I'm just a captain, so my voice will rock the event, and I know how to win races. I know how to pick the good guys, and it's easy being the European captain. So we have 6 of the best guys in the world, and we could have another team of 6, and we would be very competitive.
But in terms of tactics, what are you looking at? Will you be looking at going straight in, getting those points or those bonus points later down the line?
First, we have to see who is racing against each other, the first pick, and then if the Americans pick a guy, so we have to decide which one do we need for this kind of race. So the last race could be the most important race in terms of points and time difference. So I think we will discuss it when we go to San Marino next week, and how could look the race in the strategy. It's also, for me, it's new. It's a new format, and it's also we are connected with microphones, and so it's completely new for me. So in my era, we didn't even have electronic shifting.
Yeah, never mind microphones where you can chat to each other when you're racing. So in terms of the microphones, yeah, I know it's new for everyone, isn't it, with it being the inaugural Collins Cup, but what's it going to be like to be able to talk to your athletes in-game while they're actually competing?
I think we're not in the Tour de France or in cycling, so they are used to and ride with microphones, in-ear microphones. So it will be new, but also it could make a big difference. You know, we get points or minus points for time difference. So if I see as a captain, so my guy is 3 minutes behind or 3 minutes plus 5 seconds, so he needs to speed up, and so we don't get the extra points, the minus points or the plus points we get. So it will be, also new for me and new for the team, and but very interesting for the spectators online.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how that works and listen to the information. In terms of Team Europe, you've said it's an easy job. You've got this favourites tag. Is that a good or a bad thing? Is it going to become the pressure because everyone's looking at Team Europe to try and beat them?
I think it's not a big pressure. We have the best guys in the world with Jan Frodeno, Patrick Lang, now Sebastian Kienle as a captain's pick, Daniel Wekegaard, so many. Gustav Eden, and just a few names. And I think those guys know how to race. Jan just turned 40 today, and he's a 3-time Ironman world champion and broke the world record a few weeks ago on the long course. So they know how to race, and they also know the other guys in the other teams. And I think, there will be no problem for Team Europe.
I love how confident you are. You're like, well, we've got the best in the world. That's why we're favourites. Easy job for me. What about personally for yourself? What's it mean to you to captain Team Europe, to be involved in the Collins Cup, and what do you think it's going to do for the sport, Norman?
It's an amazing opportunity for the sport, and you see what the PTO did over the COVID pandemic. 1.5 years. They did so much for the athletes, and they covered a lot of costs for the athletes. They couldn't race, they couldn't earn their bonuses, and for me, it's an honor. You know, we were already waiting for 3 years now to run the Collins Cup, and it was an idea, and I know I joined the team for looking for sponsors, and they said, the Collins Cup, it's new and we don't know how to sponsor. And now they would love to jump on and be part of the Collins Cup. And as a 2-time Ironman world champion, it's an honor to be the European captain. But I would love to race this format back in my time, in my career, because I love the one-on-one races. Being part of an organization, it makes the athlete even stronger, and that's what we needed. Not only one like the Ironman or just a challenge. Now we have the PTO. It's like a big roof over the athlete. Next week we talk about Mark Allen, Natasha Batman, me, Simon Whitfield, and all the other guys representing their team, and it's amazing.
I'm really looking forward to it. Best of luck for Team Europe. I'm really excited to see what you can do. And thanks for speaking to us during your holiday. We look forward to seeing you in San Marin. Enjoy the rest of your holiday, Norman.
Yeah, see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ahead of the Collins Cup, Zwift have created a virtual series of events where everyone's cycle or run will make a difference to their overall team's points. At the end of the series, the team with the most points will influence the real-life athlete selection at the Collins Cup. I'm definitely going to be having a go. For more information and to sign up, just head to the Collins Cup website and click on the Zwift section. All upcoming races are shown, so click on a race and away you go. Now, Team International have a squad full of quality, and their desire to upset the odds is epitomised brilliantly by one of their fiercest competitors, Ellie Salthouse.
I think a lot of high-level athletes can take themselves to a dark place that no one else is really willing to go. And that's what sets them apart from, your average athlete, I think. I really think that's where I grow, and that's where I learn the most about myself. I can see that when I'm in that dark place, that really there is no limit to what I can achieve. I've always known what I wanted and I'm willing to go after it. It drives me to want more. I think for me, for so long, it's been about convincing myself that I belong. And it's been more of a mental game than a physical game. I mean, I love the physical side of training and racing, but the mental side, it doesn't come easy. I think I'm physically strong in all 3 disciplines of triathlon. I feel like I still have to work a lot on not getting frazzled by other people, particularly in race week, and be able to be at peace with myself and not let other people affect my mental state. I feel like that's a huge win for me. Would I rather race Daniela Riff or Holly Lawrence at Collins Cup, because they're both on the same team? I guess Holly and I are fairly close in age, and I've watched her improve and she's watched me improve across the last 5 years of me racing the half distance. I feel like on the race course we're both very strong, dominant personalities. We had an altercation on the race course at 70.3 World Champs in 2019 where some not very nice words were exchanged when I had a mechanical issue. If I can get the opportunity to have a head-to-head matchup with her, I would relish in that opportunity. Winning the Collins Cup would be huge for me. We have the entire world with their eyes on us. All the best women in the world are going to be on this start list. This is a lifelong goal of mine, and I will do anything to get it, whatever it takes. I mean, I'd be scared of me.
Jocelyn, what's your thoughts on Ellie and that rivalry when she mentioned Holly Lawrence?
I would love to see them go head-to-head with someone else in there, but I would love to see them go head-to-head and see who would come out. I'm both big fans of both of them. So yeah, they're both great athletes that have a lot of potential at the Collins Cup.
Who do you think would prevail?
Oh, you have to answer
Sorry,
that.
I'll put you on the spot then.
I'll tell you, how about August 28th?
All right then, I'll let you off with that one.
I'll go to dinner with you. We can have that.
What about Daniela Riff then? Is she somebody that maybe you'd like?
Yeah, I mean, I've raced her before and was able to come really close to her, and so I would really, really love to have that opportunity to race her again.
Does the rivalries matter then?
I think the rivalries bring out the best in you. So, like you're both trying to be better, and in a way, it's hard to get the best out of yourself unless you have someone pushing you as well. Pushing you from in front or pushing you from behind, either way, those rivalries really help to just get the best out of athletes.
That's what I'm going to love about the Collins Cup. I can't wait for it in that sense. Ellie mentioned about she needs to not get frazzled, I think the word she used, from everybody else around her. How hard is that?
Yeah, that's really hard. I mean, you'll see some athletes out there that will actually just go off of social media for the couple of days before a race because they don't want any of that stuff to frazzle you and things. I mean, I think we saw that happen in the Olympics. Yeah. Some athletes get frazzled by outside pressures that are happening, and I think that once you're able to kind of block that out, as she said, you're able to get into your own zone and you're not as frazzled. When you concentrate on you and the pressures that you put on yourself and the expectations you put on yourself, it's a lot better than if you're looking at all of those outside pressures and they're coming in on you and kind of suffocating you.
Yeah, that expectation. Ellie also mentioned about going into a dark place and about the mental things being harder than the physical things. What would you say about that?
Yeah, I think I train mentally just as much as I do physically, through meditation, through reading books, through journaling. There's so many different things that you can do to help mentally prepare yourself for a race. I mean, for instance, the week before a race, like I will go through a perfect race scenario in my mind and visualize what I'm thinking, feeling, smelling, everything, and doing. For swimming and biking and running and transitions. And so I'll go through a race probably at least 20 times before I actually race a race. And so it's just like so simple because I've mentally done it and I've mentally made the race. And then I just have to physically go out and do it. So mental is so key.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the psychological side of things. For you as well, you've come in late, so I can imagine that slightly different in terms of the mind. But also, you've got a 5-month-old baby, so you're a new supermom.
Yeah, yeah. And lining up with another new supermom on my team, Chelsea Sodaro, which is, I was just so excited about that there's the two of us able to be out there on this team. So yeah, you know what? I have one more cheerleader in my life, to be honest. And those little girls I have are the best cheerleaders that I can have.
Oh, that's a really nice way to finish the show. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. We wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see you race.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, I don't know about you, but I can hardly wait. It promises to be a fantastic occasion, and remember, you can find out all the latest news ahead of the event and discover those all-important matchups that we were just talking about on the Collins Cup website from August the 25th. Then on Saturday 28th, the time for talking will be over, as 32 of the greatest athletes on the planet battle it out over 12 races to lift the greatest prize in triathlon, the Collins Cup. My thanks to Norman and of course to Jocelyn. I'm sure you can't wait either to get over there.
So excited.
We are too. We'll see you in San Marin.